Good morning. I am Kevin Price. Delighted to be with you. Going to spend some time talking to you about you and your business. Going to begin it with my friend, Jane Henry. She's with an excellent company called Execution. It's the letter X, CUTION.com. And awesome company, because what it does is it helps take, it really takes the dysfunction out of business operations. And let me tell you, billions are lost annually by companies across the globe because of dysfunction, because of politics, because of unhealthy cultures. And you go in, you identify what they are, and you change them. It's a phenomenal thing you do.
Thank you very much. That was so good, Kevin. I like that.
Yeah, you might save that for future reference.
I will. That was very good.
Just get rid of your own elevator speech.
Yes.
But, I've been doing, since you've been a contributor, and you've been a contributor with me now for a while, I've been doing more and more research about what you do. And it's profound how big the impact is of, toxic cultures and political environments, and how expensive that they are. And I think what you do is amazing. So we're glad to have you as a contributor.
Thank you very much. And I appreciate that elevator spiel. And yes, I will take it. Thank you.
And you got a great guest today. Why don't you talk to us about him?
Absolutely. So as you know, a lot of our Fortune 100 clients are asking us to kind of break down the politics of business outside of their brick and mortar, and we're targeting looking at supplier development as well as workforce development. So I'm very happy today to talk to one of my good friends, Mike Faherty with Pro Source Connection. That's www.prosales connection.com. He is doing some great work as far as breaking down some of those walls, and I'm happy to have him today.
Very good. We're glad to have him on. Why don't we start off by talking a little bit about what you do?
Well, thanks. Well, I'm glid to be here, especially on the day where we start with dysfunction and toxic culture.
There you go. You can only get better from there, right?
We can only get better. Thanks, Jane, for having me on. Yeah. So I'm.
It's like a Jerry Springer show.
No, you're not the toxic. You're the solution.
Okay. Got it. I'll be the antidote to the toxic culture.
There you go.
Mike Faherty, again, Pro Sales Connection, and we are an outsourced inside sales company, and we work with technology companies around the world who are looking for a way to optimize and increase the productivity of their sales organizations. And so they engage us to put together outbound calling programs to generate leads, to uncover opportunities, to profile customers, as well as to take orders all the way across the finish line. So we do that from an inside sales model, and we're excited to work with B2B companies all across the U.S. as well as internationally. We've got clients in Europe and as well as New Zealand today. So it's pretty exciting.
Very good, Jane.
So, Mike, recently you've been asked to do a bit of the consulting side of the sales. Could you tell us a little bit about that? Yeah,
absolutely. So, we've been in business for 7 years as Pro Sales Connection, and really over the first 6.5 years, we've really focused on our core competency, which is delivering and executing on inside sales programs for clients. And over the last several years, I've had a lot of requests to engage in what we call consulting, arrangements, and I've always resisted that in an effort to really focus on what our core business was about. But just recently, I've decided to start saying yes to a few of those projects. Part of that is the business is at a place now where I think it can operate independent of me, which is an exciting thing for an entrepreneur. But secondly, I'm just excited to have a chance to really collaborate with our clients at a deeper level. Instead of just being an outsourced vendor, now I'm getting to be a part of their business internally and helping them drive change and helping them enable their sales organizations to increase productivity and to do all the fun stuff that businesses are trying to do.
So basically moving into more of a trusted advisor role with your clients.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think we've always been a trusted advisor, but now to really go deeper into the organization to add more value from a strategy and from a tactical perspective, maybe a leadership and a development standpoint.
The way I think about it is joint accountability. I mean, it's really coming in, and how often do you run to you see businesses that really struggle with their sales force? Well, Mike can not only coach them, but he can also come in and fill some of the gaps with his consulting team. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
By the way, I do want to mention the website, prosalesconnection.com, exactly like it sounds. Nice and simple, prosalesconnection.com. Jane?
So, Mike, if somebody wanted to contact with you or get in contact with you and hire you, how could they get started?
Well, probably the easiest way is, as Kevin mentioned, our website, reaching out to us there to learn a little bit more about who we are and what we do. Certainly, you can send me an email. I love getting emails from folks, so it's as simple as mike@prosalesconnection.com. I'd love to to help engage with anyone who's interested in learning more about what we do. I can put you in contact with our team and start that process.
Very, very good. Let me ask you, if, from a macro sense of what's happening in business, what's the sense you're getting from people that you're working with in terms of optimism or pessimism about the economy?
I think all of my clients feel optimistic about the future. I think the nature of business is that we're always a bit optimistic. We always believe that the best is yet to come. And so my clients are echoing that sentiment as well. I certainly feel that way. I know that, I try not to pay too much attention to the prognosticators and what they think the market's going to do in 24, 36, 60 months. So right now, I think my clients are telling me that we're optimistic and we're building and positioning ourselves for growth.
Very good. Jane Henry, you got about 2 minutes left. Why don't you wrap it up for us?
Well, Mike, in hearing that, I just love it because you think about change and you think about market conditions that folks may not specifically like. You're that solution, especially in this time, to really, make sure your mindset is around growth and prosperity and pushing people forward. And I'm very thankful for you to be on the program. I think the suppliers are going to need you, and the workforce is going to need you with some of the things that you're implementing. So thank you.
Thanks to both of you. Great topic, great subject. And by the way, it was recently on my program, I was interviewing another CEO. He was talking about the same topic about what you do, and he was pointing out that the CEO of Zappos said that his company has lost hundreds of millions of dollars in bad hires over the last few years. Hundreds of millions of dollars. So what you do is so crucial. What you do, by the way, Mike, is phenomenal, and we appreciate you sharing your story as well.
Well, thanks, Kevin. Thanks, Jane. I appreciate being here.
You can learn more about Jane at Execution. Make sure you just put in the letter X and then CUTION.com. Mike, you can learn more about him over at ProSalesConnection.com. And we're going to have more for you right after this on the Price of Business.